and welcome. I'm your host, Catherine. This is my sous chef, Kyle. Welcome to Food for Thought on the Food Network. Today's show will be focused on food for your mood. We will be making an easy, healthy, mood-boosting, stress-relieving summertime dinner. Let's get started. I will be making Kyle's Karma Burgers with my own sweet potato fries, and to give it a little kick, adding my specialty avocado dip. So first off, Kyle will be discussing his turkey burgers, which are very high in tryptophan and also vitamin B6, enhancing serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, which are all neurotransmitters that regulate your mood.
So, starting with our turkey burgers, the first thing we are going to add are jalapeno peppers. In jalapeno peppers, our brains respond to the heat of capsaicin, which releases endorphins and has a natural calming effect on your body. Okay, so beginning with the jalapenos, we're going to start mixing our ingredients in the turkey. Can you tell me why you prefer turkey to beef?
Personally, I prefer turkey to beef because it's a healthier alternative to beef. Beef has a lot of fat. Turkey, I feel better, I feel more energized, but you have to make sure that you get the turkey skinless. That's the #1 thing when buying turkey meat. Also, Kyle, you should add onions and garlic to the turkey meat just to get a little extra spice and flavor.
That we will, and then we're going to start mixing these ingredients in, so when they cook, they are as evenly distributed as possible.
That looks really good. Okay, so now I'm going to be making my sweet potato fries, which are mood-boosting B vitamins. At first, I'm going to be adding my olive oil, which is going to give it a little bit of crisp when I put it in the oven. When you cook them in olive oil, it gives some extra omega-3 happiness power. And just mix it up a little bit. Just let all of the fries get a little bit of olive oil. Hopefully you don't spill in your kitchen. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding a little bit of chili pepper. Okay, a little bit of ground cumin. There we go. Just a little dab. Of course, some salt and pepper. There we go. A little bit of pepper. Mix it up just to give it a little bit extra spice. In which the oven is 450 degrees. And normally I like to put it on the bottom of the oven, and in the last 10 to 15 minutes I like to put it on the top just to make sure it has a little bit of crisp.
Getting back to our burgers, we have to start taking the meat and actually forming it into patties so we can throw them right on our little frying pan here, so then we can start this meal. So you're going to want to grab a nice little handful of the beef, roll it around in your hands to make a ball, and then squish it lightly with your palms, forming into a nice, almost circular little patty that'll cook greatly on our thing. So here, do you want to give it a try?
It's teamwork. If you have more than 2 in the household, make sure you have the kids do it. So now that we're done with all the patties, I'm going to put the first one on. We're going to do it on the stove.
To keep things simple and at home, we're starting with a simple no-stick pan. This one has nice little grilling lines, so it's going to give it that feel of kind of like an outdoorsy meal when all you have to do is cook it in your own home.
So now we're going to be making the avocado sauce for the sweet potato fries. So we're going to be cutting the avocado like that, cutting it open. Avocado pretty much is a food to boost your mood, which is why this coincides with the meal that we're cooking. So now to make the avocado dip, we're going to be blending it just to make sure the dip is dip. We're going to be adding avocado, a little bit of cream cheese. We're going to be adding some scallions for taste. some mayo for texture. Thank you, Kyle. And a little bit of jalapenos just for a little bit of kick. Right. Really mix it together. Once it's all mixed together, you'll really know, you'll be able to taste it. I know once it's really done. Okay, so now that our sweet potato fries are done and crispy, we're going to take them out of the oven. And also, once our turkey burgers were done, we put them back into the oven just to make sure that they were nice and warm because they're done for the rest of the meal. We put a little bit of cheese on top to make sure that the cheese melted. We put them back in the oven.
Right here.
Right here.
So now these are nicely cooked. You can say we got even a little bit of browning on the cheese because we had some extra time. So we're going to start setting up our burgers and we're going to eat.
Yes. Time to eat. We got our burger ready. You can even cut it in half just because it's, you know, easier to eat. I always like to cut my burger in half. And then of course we have our sweet potato fries. There we go.
Plate it up nicely.
There we go. And our avocado dip that we made for our sweet potato fries. And now we will try our Kyle. Here
Thank
you go.
you.
Of course. Mmm. Mmm. Wow.
That is delicious.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And the sweet potato fries. Mmm. Wow. That is amazing. And that concludes our meal for our
Food for thought.
I can't even speak, it's so good. For our Food for Thought from the Food Network, thank you for joining us. This is amazing and you should try it at home. Wow.
Thank you and namaste.
Namaste.